Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing sort of a versus comparison type of video since there's no new Dragon Ball Super this week. It will return next weekend on Sunday, of course, as usual. I thought we could compare so far the feel of the show Dragon Ball Super to, of course, the infamous Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so it's a bit early to kind of compare these two, and I'll probably do future comparisons, later on down the road after the series ends and when we get part of the way through the series. Of course, we know at this time it's at least 100 episodes. We'll have to see once we get closer to the end of that. After a few years of, if they're going to extend it, if that's going to be all there is to it, just 100, and then that's it. And, we'll go from there, I guess we'll say. So we've had 3 episodes so far of the series. It's gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, especially compared to DBZ, which right off the bat, pretty much in DBZ, we started to see the beginning of, the Raditz landing and kind of the action sequences, the beginning of the tension, the building, the danger right off the bat. Dragon Ball Super thus far has given us some pretty good kind of flashback moments, some pretty good feeling and kind of relaxation and the characters training and doing what they usually do when they're kind of in their off mode, their non super villain threat mode. But we're starting to see it with Beerus, even though we already kind of know what Beerus is all about because we had the Battle of Gods movies. So far, I think the visuals have been really good. I think it visually looks a lot better than what DBZ did when it started, obviously, so many years ago, over would that be 20 years ago or more, when the initial Dragon Ball Z, first story arc or first couple story arcs, Saiyan Saga and everything were actually animated. So it definitely looks a lot better, but I would say that right off the bat so far, I haven't been as excited after a few episodes as I thought I would. I'm really happy that it's back, and don't get me wrong, I'm still really happy to see DBS and that we're actually getting a new Dragon Ball series. But I do think after I've thought about it for a little while, I would prefer it if they would have kind of skipped the Battle of God stuff and got right into a brand new storyline, because we already know all of this anyway. We already seen this in the movie, and it's kind of a faster paced version than the TV series where it's more drawn out and kind of slower. And I don't really want to call it filler, but it's kind of like they've just slowed it down a lot in terms of the pacing, really stretched it, and it doesn't feel as fresh or as action-packed or as exciting as the movie did, and also as Dragon Ball Z did, of course, the first time you watch it. So I'll keep this video kind of short. So far, I prefer DBZ versus DB Super. We'll see in the future if Dragon Ball Super can surpass DBZ. I'm sure if we see, the battle with Goku and Beerus, turn out really well. We see the Super Saiyan God stuff, and then we get to see, some new villains, new characters, new storylines afterwards. In Dragon Ball Super, it can be more comparable. It can be put up more of a fight, so to speak, against the original DBZ or Dragon Ball. So far, I would say I do kind of like it. Dragon Ball has more of an adventure side to it. If you're talking the anime, not the manga, because really in the manga, DBZ, Dragon Ball, the same thing. It's just different part of the storyline. But I think I do prefer DB Super so far more than the original Dragon Ball, because that has a lot of adventure, a lot of comedy, a lot of silliness. I'm more of a serious guy. I like to see more action in that, and it looks like we're going to be seeing quite a bit in Dragon Ball Super, but maybe not as much as Dragon Ball Z. So we'll see how it goes. I'll do this video again probably in a year or two for you guys, and we'll kind of compare again, which is the best part of Dragon Ball. So far for me, it's still the infamous DBZ. Anyway, let me know for you guys what you thought about Dragon Ball Super so far and kind of it compared to the others. And, even if you want to compare it to GT, even the original Dragon Ball is better than GT, I think. I would go Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball, and then GT at the base, the bottom level, the worst of them all. Let me know what you guys think. Write your comments below. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share, please favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and subscribe down here, bottom left. That's it for this one, guys. I'll see you next week for another review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 4. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. Don't be a deadhead. Subscribe.